Division II State Championship Soccer from MAPRE Stadium just outside of downtown Columbus sees the top two teams in the state clashing in an undefeated battle for the ultimate prize. It's unbeaten state number 1 Madison and unblemished number 2 Granville to decide a state champion. That's coming your way on the OH Report next.
I'm Carrie Eckenweiler. I'm an outside mid. I play for the Madison Lady Rams, and you're watching the Division II State Championship on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
It's a number 1 versus number 2 rematch for the whole enchilada. Number 2 Granville making their 3rd trip to the final since 2013. And for a 2nd straight year, top-ranked Madison takes center stage right back here in the Division II State Finals. Good afternoon or evening, folks, and welcome to MAPRE Stadium here in downtown Columbus. I'm Brian Skowronski, joined by Jesse Ryder. And you want to talk about some unfinished business, Jesse? That has certainly been the motto for this Lady Rams team all year. They've been working to get back to this point, and now that they're here in Columbus, they fully expect to finish off the job.
Absolutely. Every time we've talked to Madison, whether pregame, postgame, practices, the conversation has been the same. It's been gearing up for this moment today in this tournament atmosphere, championship atmosphere. This is what they've been waiting for since the end of 2019 season. They've been waiting for this moment. Redemption, a shot again at the Division II State Championship.
And we all have been seeing throughout the last 4 years what a standout Taylor Huff is, and she is fantastic, committed to the University of Tennessee. We all expect her to be the best player on the field this afternoon, Jesse. But on the other side, for the Lady Aces, you feel like they might have players number 2 and 3.
That's absolutely correct. I think Taylor Huff is going to be the best player on the field tonight. I think what we're going to see from Granville is I'm pretty sure they're going to have players 2 and 3 in those spots, and that would be Kara Van Horn and Ella Rogers, 2 phenomenal goal scorers for the Blue Aces. Kara Van Horn is a really good goal scorer, has over 30 goals on the year. You know, Coach Forster texted me the other day, and he said she has scored in every game this season but one game. The one game she did not score in, she had 2 assists. So this is a girl who knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. Ella Rogers, I think, is just as dangerous. She just plays behind Kara Van Horn and has the ability to get the ball forward and find Van Horn, and they are a lethal 1-2 punch for the Blue Aces.
But they don't quite have the individual talent of one Taylor Huff, who you just saw right there, and everything that she has accomplished throughout her amazing career. Arguably will go down as one of the top girls athletes to ever play soccer in the state of Ohio, Jesse.
Oh, absolutely. Tremendous talent. Unbelievable finisher, great assist, great vision for the game. Every soccer attribute, she's got it right now. And we saw that in the semifinal game against Rocky River. I think we saw a little bit of everything. 3 terrific goals, one even an ESPN Sports Center top 10 worthy goal. 45-yard free kick to just kind of put the dagger in against Rocky River to make the final score 4-2. She has the ability to get the ball and get it in the back of the net. But this year it's been a little bit different, Brian. She's had the counterpart of Nevaeh Lewis, adding a freshman striker. In her debut game, she came in and scored 3 goals right away in her very first game. That's quite a debut.
Yeah, no question about it. She has been dynamite when she's been on the field, and it appears that she's back to being healthy. She was out for a few weeks. She was bothered by an ankle injury, but number 30, just a freshman, can be a game changer, has been for Madison when she has been on the field. But you also don't want to overlook the back line, Jesse. This Madison defense, all seniors back there, and I really like that Phyllis Stanfield has elected to make the move back to the outside backer role and has filled those shoes very nicely.
Oh, absolutely. There's a team back there that they take pride in the defense. I mean, early on in the season, Coach Huff talked about, they gave up a lot of goals in a lot of different games last year, and I know he wasn't pleased with that statistic. One of those games happened to be matched up against Granville last year in a 5-5 tie. So the last 2 times these teams have met, it's been 5-5 and 2-2. And so they get to meet for the 3rd time to find out who is number 1 in the state of Ohio in Division II girls soccer.
And we are underway right now from MAPRE Stadium, where it was a quick sellout for Madison. There's 750 tickets. I'm told it took less than 10 minutes, Jesse, for them to be sold. So I know that there were some ravenous fans that just could not wait to get an opportunity to come down here and check them out, watch them in person, of course, with the limited spectators. They've been a tough ticket to get this year. So a lot of Lady Rams fans here in attendance.
Absolutely. I had a lot of friends texting me trying to get some little sneak passes in here. I said, we don't quite do that yet, at least. So, but yeah, great crowd for Madison, great community, certainly the Madison community behind it. But I think the Richland County soccer community, a lot of coaches were saying they're coming down to watch because this is a big thing. Richland County has never won a girls' state championship in soccer. So I think a lot of people think this could be the game. This could be the day that the Lady Rams bring home the first state championship girls title to the Richland County area.
But it's Granville right now looking to get on the offensive. But Chesney Davis there disrupts that cross attempt.
Yeah, Granville obviously is a threat to go forward. We talked about kind of their 2 playmakers. They have a 3rd girl as well. Ella Schneider. They score goals kind of all over the field. Have 3 girls over, I think, 20 goals. 10 different girls over in double digits. I mean, just some really impressive statistics here. But their defense is solid as well. 15 shutouts on the year as well. So it's not just a one-sided thing. Both of these teams come in with just really impressive, kind of almost gaudy statistics of how good their offense is, but also how good their defense is. For Granville, their keeper, Julia Tatoy, she has only 24 saves. And it's not a shot at her. That's how good the defense in front of her is. She doesn't have to make a lot of saves because they play that good. So only 24 saves on the year for Julia.
Yeah, that's a pretty amazing statistic when you really think about it. And it's kind of the same thing for Paige Eldridge, though she didn't become the full-time keeper until a few matches in, with Morgan Rachel going down with a tough injury. But same thing, I think she has less than 30 saves on the year too.
Absolutely. So Madison's going to get a corner kick here just a few minutes into the game. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Good ball into the box and near post. Taylor Huff got it to her feet, played it wide again. Ooh, bit of a tough ball in the second time. Went for a bicycle attempt.
Now Davis sets it up for
It's a
Lewis.
goal!
How about that, Jesse?
Oh, Ashley Bechtel went for a bicycle kick, deflects it forward a little bit, right to Nevaeh Lewis. It's 1-0 Madison, 2 minutes into the game. Lady Rams are on the scoreboard. What a great play by the Rams so early in the match. We know the first time they met, Granville took a commanding 2-0 lead. Madison strikes first and strikes fast.
And how about the freshman Lewis, the one to do it? Set up by that awesome, like you said, the bicycle attempt by Ashley Bechtel.
You just see Nevaeh Lewis calm and cool, collected, side netting, drills it 1-0 Madison. What a dream start for the Lady Rams. You're 3 minutes in and you've got a 1-goal lead.
So already leading on our Mechanics Bank scoreboard, as you saw the replay there presented by Baker's Collision. And you got to imagine that even though they've had fantastic confidence all season long, that's really got to settle this team in and make them feel great, Jesse.
Certainly, because the first time they played, they definitely gave up 2 goals and I believe a missed PK as well. So there's a little bit of that. We need to kind of be at our A game to get this game going. And to come out and start with a goal in the first couple of minutes takes a lot of pressure off, and now you just get to go have fun and play. Well, the referee's going to bring that back for a foul at midfield, much to the chagrin of the Madison faithful here.
Nevaeh Lewis draws the whistle there. As they were generating some numbers, she had Marissa Adderholt up top. Instead, it's going to be a free kick on the way here for Granville. They'll play it short. Here's Ella Hoover, now out to the wing. This is Schneider, who you talked about. Great goal scorer, 18 for her on the year. And the cross ends up into the hands of the keeper.
That was not a bad ball in the box, just kind of lofted it in there. Paige Eldridge came out, played it right, got it in her hands, looked forward for it. Big punt by Paige Eldridge. We've not always seen a big punt from her, but that was good. Well past midfield. But Granville was first to the ball. Now they're coming back at her again.
Nice pass, Schneider. Foot race. Stanfield gets there first. And it looked like Phyllis got drugged down. Zach Huff certainly thinks that it should have drawn a whistle.
Yeah, it appeared to be quite a bit of contact there, but referee must have deemed she got the ball and gives it a Madison throw-in at least.
Here's Landy Van Hoord. Sets it up middle, Ella Rogers, and broken up by the Lady Rams.
Well, certainly Madison got that early goal, but it has mostly been dominated possession by Granville, but Madison 1 attempt, 1 goal. Decent statistic, though.
It's going to make its way over the end line. Goal kick on the way for Eldridge. So we're less than 5 minutes in, and if you're just joining us, Madison, of course, already on the board. Nevaeh Lewis with the first goal of the match. Let's check it out one more time as she put it right where it needed to be. And it just fell right place, right time for her. Jesse, right by her.
Absolutely. The ball fell right to her foot, and she was confident. She was composed. Every once in a while, game at this stage, you see a player hit it as hard as they can. Ooh, you see Van Horn with shot going just high and wide a little bit. But she's gotten the ball a few times in that box. I think Madison's going to have to clean up the defensive effort against her. Obviously, she knows how to finish the ball. So it's going to be, you got to limit where she's shooting from. And she's getting the ball and starting to go forward a little bit now. Here's a good look at that shot there by Van Horn. Just doesn't quite get turned around to put it on goal. But she's obviously got a good shot on her. Scored a lot of goals for Granville this year. So you really got to be mindful of where she's at on the field.
Exciting start to this state championship match. Granville, you have a sense that they're building up something here. You know, they've got a couple of decent looks on net, just haven't really been able to test Eldridge. And so far, Madison, 1 shot, 1 goal.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if the game remains 1-0 if neither team scores again throughout the day. So I think we have the opportunity to see a couple goals, perhaps from either team. But I think both teams' offense and goal scoring ability is really high. It's going to be a throw in here for Granville. Had another ball come on the field, so the ball girls getting it taken care of. And now we're down to 1 ball in the field, which is a much more efficient way to play.
Bechtel defending as Van Horn tries to turn, deflected, back out of play.
How about the bike attempt, man? Just go for it. In your state championship game, the ball's coming to you. I've not seen her do it all year, and she just gets up and goes for it.
The courage,
absolutely,
man. I dig it.
Take that stage and just go.
Well, I think something that might have been in the back of her head is, she saw her teammate Taylor Huff on the SportsCenter Top 10, thought she had to get a little bit higher on the list.
Absolutely.
4 wasn't good enough.
So if she hit that cleanly and put in the goal, I bet she gets number 3 or number 2, perhaps even 1 in the state championship game. The Rams have regained possession here, a little bit of composure. I think if you're Madison, that's going to be key, is you don't want to keep giving the ball away to Granville. They've obviously got the weapons to score, so you just want to be patient with your possession. be opportune in your attacks here.
And how about the confidence that Zach Huff has in these two freshmen, Adderholt along with Lewis, to play up top?
Certainly to play at this level. Well, keeper comes out, makes the right play, but you see the speed of Nevaeh Lewis there. Just kind of ran past the defender, creates a little bit of chaos. Keeper came out and played it right. Julia, I think it's Talati perhaps?
I think we're going to go with Talati.
All right.
Just like how that rolls off the tongue. Madison looked like they were going to get numbers forward. Eckenweiler had it sifted away. And now she goes for the big tackle. Carey, of course, with a huge goal in the state semifinals where Madison, it looked like the chips were down a little bit. Rocky River outplaying them. We're up 2-0. Then Eckenweiler had a huge goal to trim it down in half.
Absolutely. I think that was one of the key turning points of that game, was getting a goal back right before halftime. And I think the second half, then we just saw the ability that Madison has, specifically Taylor Huff has, to finish the ball and then just put Rocky River away. What a great game. I mean, Rocky River was so dominant in the first half, and Madison proved why they're number one in the second half for that 4-2 victory over Rocky River.
Huff swings at Stanfield. Now they play it. Chesney Davis wide.
Good battle in the corner here.
And I think that's going to be last touched by Davis. Goal kick.
And both teams, a bit of excitement to get to the stage, their state semifinal game. Madison being down 2-0. Granville went to overtime with Monroe to come out with a 3-2 victory. So certainly a lot of excitement to get to this stage, but then it builds to this moment where there's even more excitement available.
And for the Lady Aces, they had not been challenged in tournament. They had all shutouts through their regional championship run up to that point. So I think perhaps probably good for them to get an overtime match. That way you do feel like you're tested a little bit. You don't want to come in overly confident into a state championship match, particularly against an opponent like this.
Absolutely. I mean, we talked about a little bit with the Madison game against Rocky River, is that they've not really seen an opponent of that quality outside of Ontario through their tournament run, and so I think maybe it caught them a little off guard at just the speed and the skill of Rocky River. So it's a good preparation in the game for this. Oh, a bit of a misplayed ball there by Granville. Gives it back to Madison, who's so good at the counterattack. Oh, she played it just a little bit behind Nevaeh, but Nevaeh certainly saw the run forward. That's what makes Madison so dangerous. As soon as they win the ball, they know they want to get it forward and get it forward quickly to their freshman phenom, Nevaeh Lewis.
Rogers lost her footing off the tackle.
Eckenweiler stepped in there and just certainly made a nice play on the ball, and now Madison gets to go forward again.
And Huff just always seems to be able to put the ball out in space where only Lewis can get to it. They have certainly secured an excellent connection, the senior to freshman, throughout this season.
It's quite a battle there between Nevaeh Lewis and Alicia Wallace. Looks like certainly two speedy players. We're just trying to outrun each other, and then a good battle to get the ball. Madison still with it in the attacking area. Good ball in.
Ooh, Carey, nice cross. Had Adderholt lurking there in front of the keeper, but Tolatoy there to make the stop. Maybe Tolatai might get some confirmation. I'd hate to say her name wrong all match.
Could be. We'll just call her Julia.
There you go.
Julia T.
Even better. JT for short. Turnover by the Rams in the midfield. Van Horn, though, drops it back.
Good play by Bechtel to head it forward.
Learned some interesting tidbits about Ashley Bechtel yesterday. One of the beloved members of this team. And, man, had such a great time. Media day with the Lady Rams yesterday. They certainly are a bunch that likes to joke around. They are a fun, loving group. These 10 seniors, they really set the tone for the attitude where you can have fun, but then when you get on the field, Jesse, they know how to flip that switch. So I just feel like they're the perfect combination of that, maybe about the best that I've ever seen.
Absolutely, because it's got to be the right mix of, you got to be about business when it's business time, but hey, when it's time to have fun, let's have some fun. Let's create some chemistry on the team and have a good time. And I think certainly these girls have shown they have the ability to do both so far.
This ball fed into the box. Overshoots everybody, though. Eldridge scoops it up, no problem. Just about a dozen minutes gone by here in this Division II state championship match. Both teams entering undefeated today. And that's a great-looking feed here to the near side. Van Horn. Deflected. How about the play by Trinity Tucker?
Certainly Granville, they have that ability. They just have not been able to find the ball in a very dangerous area yet. Van Horn's getting the ball, but Madison's trying to keep her wide, keep her out of the box, not give away any bad possessions or bad shots to her. They've done well of just defending in a smart way and not letting Van Horn have a lot of free shots in front of the goal.
This one's going to find its way to Lewis. She's got about a 1-on-5, but she's going to go right at him. Look at the speed of number 30, Nevaeh Lewis. Just too firm on the last touch.
Fast. She outran 5 defenders, just kept the ball, just kept running, and a little bit of a heavy touch trying to keep up with her speed there right to the keeper. But, oh, my goodness, you just see how fast she is there. And we've seen Alicia Wallace keep up with her a little bit, but Nevaeh Lewis was able to turn around and just run past her and ran at her, and there's one big touch put it to the keeper. What an incredible show of speed, though, by Nevaeh Lewis.
Now Van Horn sends it other side. This one going to be sent by Miller. But Russell there creates the turnover for the Lady Rams. They've got Huff.
A bit of a heavy touch. You don't usually see that from Huff. I don't know if she didn't see the defender or just maybe hit it too hard. But Huff gives it away in the middle. It's going to be back to Granville. There's Ella Rogers. You can see the skill there. She just does well to keep possession of the ball. She doesn't want to give it away. She knows how good Madison is on the counterattack. Granville's going to get wide here, see if they can find Van Horn in the middle. Madison certainly is dropping off. They're okay with Granville having the ball in that area, kind of forcing that long ball into the defending area. Good build-up from Van Horn there.
Now Labaki has it taken away, but it finds its way to Miller. Top of the box.
See, Madison's got just about 10 players just sitting back and defending. Nevaeh Lewis is the only one really putting pressure on the back line there.
But she's proven she can be a one-person fast break. You don't really need anybody else up top when you got the speed that she possesses.
Absolutely. Certainly we saw the last ball that she had. It was just her and just speed at that point, just outrunning the Granville defenders.
Van Horn pressured from behind. Had it taken away again. So Lady Rams defense doing their job so far.
Tell you what, the other thing that Nevaeh Lewis does well is that she puts pressure on that ball, that you have to play the ball in the right space, because if it's mistouched, misplayed, or just missed period, she's going to be after you and has the speed to really put some pressure on and do something with that. So when we see Alicia Wallace kind of just heads it backwards a little bit, and Nevaeh Lewis just sprints to the ball, just trying to create a little bit of chaos for Granville when they have the ball in the back line. Can she just touch it away or get the ball going forward, which is where she's great.
It's Callie Cyrus who just checked in with a throw-in. Stepping in for the first touch there was back. But now turned over back to the Lady Rams. See what Eckenweiler can do with it.
Madison putting in 3 or 4 freshmen already early in the game. Just such a big game and a big moment, and Coach Huff trusting his freshmen to get out there and get the job done.
Izzy Loffer now checking in for Granville. Nolan's going to head over to the bench.
For Granville, Coach Forster also spoke of how young his team was. Only 3 seniors and 2 juniors on the varsity roster, so a lot of youth here for Granville. Obviously led by 2 star senior players, but there's a lot of girls out here getting some good experience right now.
In his opinion, was this a team that he thought from the start of the season could make a deep run like this, or has it kind of developed for him and he saw what his younger kids were made of?
I think he knew how good his top tiers were, and then I think the younger kids kind of fell into that role and really kind of just began to believe that they've got some really, really good talent on this team. They're hardworking, and they do well to just finish the chances that are in front of them. So they put the ball in the back of the net, so efficient, so many good goals, but it's led by so many shutouts. 15 shutouts on the year is a great statistic. Good turn by Van Horn in the middle of the field. Let's see if Ella Schneider can stay onside. Oh, Van Horn plays it just a little bit long there.
Led her too far. So now Eldridge rolls it out to Huff. She's going to send a through ball, but it doesn't make its way through.
So Ella Rogers going to take over the ball at midfield. Granville just trying to gain some possession, just trying to find the right way to attack this Madison defense. With these 2 teams playing earlier in the year, there's a little bit of, maybe in the first time you play, certainly it's number 1 and number 2, and you want to win the game, but maybe you don't show everything. And Madison, obviously, at that point, did not have Nevaeh Lewis, I believe, in the first half. Ooh, bit of a big play there for Granville to go forward. And so now we get to see her kind of what she can do up against on the big stage against the big team, and does not disappoint, scores a goal in the first 3 minutes of the game.
And she was huge in the comeback for Madison at Granville. It was right after a Lady Aces goal. I think it took her just 8 seconds to counter Jesse and give Madison some new life, as that's the first real shot on net taken by Labaki, but it's handled by the keeper, no problem.
Punt goes right back to Granville. Granville looking to get back in the attack almost immediately. Madison was a little flat foot on the punt, just kind of watched it, and Granville went right to the ball and won the ball, and back in the attack, back with Van Horn. Taylor Huff takes it away from Van Horn there, but gives it right back to Van Horn. Van Horn with a great meg, and then a turnover after that.
So ball up for grabs. Lewis looking to win possession for Madison. She'll do just that. Now sizing up her opponent.
Yeah, certainly we talk a lot about the speed and the finishing ability of Nevaeh Lewis, but she's also very good ball skill as well. I mean, she has the ability to turn and go at you and even go around 1v1. She doesn't need to do that a lot because the speed just sets her apart. But we can see a little bit of that being demonstrated there.
Top of the box, Madison steps to it first.
It's a much better defensive effort than what we saw against Rocky River. Rocky River won that ball. A lot of they play a ball in, and Madison kind of sat back and waited. This time we see Madison stepping in and not letting the Lady Aces get that first touch on the ball and be able to go at them.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the standard Madison defense that we're accustomed to seeing in that first half against Rocky River. And then totally flipped the script in the second half, Jesse. It looked like a totally different team. Not sure really what happened to them in that first half that made for the slow start, but they got it going.
Yeah, I think maybe caught a little bit by surprise. You know, obviously the early goal by Rocky River can just be a little bit of a game changer for you. You kind of readjust and kind of reevaluate. And then they got a second one. I think all of a sudden you just feel like, oh, the wheels are falling off. But we saw the resiliency of that Madison team to just kind of battle back and just keep battling and eventually coming away with a 4-2 win after being down 2-0.
Took some late game heroics by Taylor Huff. 3 second-half goals. And as you already mentioned, one of them, of course, landing on the SportsCenter top 10, which while it was thrilling for her, she also said it was a little annoying, Jesse, how many people were reaching out and congratulating her. She said her phone did not stop blowing up for the entire day.
A little annoying. Oh, come on now. Listen.
Right. First world problems.
I think you'll take that annoyance of being on the top 10. Oh, it's so hard, I'm sure, yeah.
Good point. There's Stanfield with a nice defensive play.
Granville has been in the attack for about the past 5 minutes here, not really garnering a lot of quality shots, but have possession of the ball right around the midfield attacking area. But the thing with Madison is once they get it, they get going. You just got to be careful. If you give the ball away, they know exactly where to put it. They know exactly how to be dangerous with it. So Granville's just got to be patient, keep that ball moving. You got to figure out a way to get a quality shot off against so many Madison defenders in the box right now.
Just past the midway point here of this opening half.
It's a good cut, but couldn't come away with the ball on the other side.
Labaki was nearly able to dribble through a pair of Madison defenders. Now this one sent top of the box looking for.
See, the Stars for Granville have been a little quiet so far. Not a lot of big plays yet. You know, we're only 20 minutes into the first half, but you expect them at some point, the level that they are, they're going to need to kind of take this game over and be able to at least create some solid opportunities, and not been able to do that yet.
Van Horn had good position there. Locks up in a one-on-one matchup and just lost the battle.
You just see the speed and the pressure of Nevaeh Lewis. Oh, that's a great touch,
wasn't it? And she gets upended. Clean tackle, says the referee.
Absolutely. Alicia Wallace makes a good tackle because she'd already beaten two of the players in front of her. So if she gets beat there, it's one-on-one with the keeper, and we know Nevaeh finishes those just about every time. That's a big tackle by Alicia Wallace.
Now here's Rogers sizing up Huff. Alexa sent it to Van Horn, who's going to be called offsides.
I think the idea was right. They're trying to get it wide. You got to get out of the middle of the Madison defenders here. They've got so many players who are sitting in and just being in the presence in the middle defensively. So you got to attack wide, draw some of those defenders out, and she did. She just got a little too far forward on her line run there.
And since that great blistering start for the Lady Rams, scoring in just 2.5 minutes, haven't had a ton of offense generated. Granville's kind of been living on this end. We'll see what they can do with this. Off the cross. Eldridge, perfect position.
Yeah, it was a bad giveaway by Madison that led to a near counterattack goal for Granville, but can't quite connect on the cross there. Puts it right at Paige Eldridge. Covers the front post well.
Collision with Huff. Sent Schneider to the ground, and now here comes Taylor.
See if Huff can find her on the backside. She's making a good, that's a good ball in. Is she onside? The referee says yes. Oh, a bit of a heavy touch there. Mila Davis with right place. Yeah, just a bit of a heavy touch right to the keeper. I thought Nevaeh Lewis may be making that even farther back post run, and the ball just kind of got past her right to Mila Davis, and perhaps caught Mila a little bit by surprise as well, because it looked like it was going to Nevaeh, and Nevaeh kind of let it go into a dangerous position for Mila Davis, but couldn't finish that goal.
So now the Blue Aces back with possession. As the freshman Cyrus with the heavy tackle draws the whistle, so it'll be a free kick on the way here for Granville. And they play it short here to Rogers.
Yeah, Rogers wanted it short all along. Kind of plays a hurried ball into the box, but a dangerous ball. Cleared away, but right back to Granville. Madison kind of content to just defend inside the box and just not let it be dangerous. I don't know if it's an intentional leave by Van Horn or not, but allows Rogers to the big shot.
Thought perhaps Lady Ram defender might have got a piece of that, but it's going to be a goal kick nevertheless.
Yeah, certainly if she doesn't get a piece of it, she got a lot of contact on Ella Rogers, which I think what's Granville saying is, how's it not a corner or a free kick? It's got to be one of the two, you would think, but the referee's going to give the goal kick to Madison.
Played short, won by Granville out of the air. And Van Horn tried to get it to the wing. Chesney Davis was waiting there, though, defensively. Made a nice play on it.
Good skill by Huff. Just the smart touches to not give the ball away. Does well to keep possession. And tries to force the ball into Nevaeh Lewis.
Schopes was there for the deflection. Throw in quickly by Davis. Able to somehow get it to Lewis, who sends it middle. And there was a chance there for Mowry.
Yeah, a bit of a misplayed touch there by Mowry. Good ball in, right at the top of the box, right in the middle. Just didn't quite fall her way.
Huff with a great header. Located it right to Lewis.
A good touch there. Drew the triple team. Triple team paid off for Granville.
And Huff up a little bit slowly. Could lead to numbers coming back the other way by Granville.
Absolutely. It's 5-on-3 if she can make the right play. Defended well by Madison. Big tackle again. That stopped all the momentum. That was a big first step, big first touch by Phyllis Stanfield. It's a huge play.
She has been so clutch for them on that right outside backer role all season long. Prolific goal scorer a season ago, elected to fill a void left by graduation from last year, and has done a phenomenal job. I mean, she's a tough kid, and you saw right there, made a great play.
Absolutely, because there's really two options open for Granville, and she took away both in the way she kind of ran at the ball. Took away the pass, then slid in and took away the other passing option. That's a big play. Granville had a lot of numbers going forward there, and Madison did not have a lot of defenders going back.
Some high pressure being pushed right now by the Rams, but Granville taking it into Ram territory, and you're right, it definitely seems like Madison is very content to allow them to at least possess just beyond midfield for about a 15-yard stretch before they're applying any pressure.
Yeah, what that tells me is that they trust their keeper and they trust their defenders, that they're going to be in the right passing lanes, be in the right place, and make the right play. Because if you don't do that, then you're just going to be sitting back and defending from a much deeper area. But right now they're just showing they trust these players to be in the right position, the right area, clear the ball out, get back and reset and do it again.
Throw in near side, or far side I should say, by the Lady Aces, and they turn it over. Lewis trying to weave her way through 4 different white jerseys.
Yeah, just watching her with the ball is just so much fun. I mean, she's so fast, so you have to defend that. And then she's just got such a quick little cut move. It's so difficult to defend as well. Oh, nearly a good-looking opportunity there from Paige Mowry to Nevaeh Lewis.
And then Mowry just kind of trucked her way through the defender, so she picks up a whistle and will lead to a free kick here for the Aces.
Granville going for that short, quick restart. Getting the ball wide here. Just looking upfield, trying to make a play.
Excellent look here to the midfielder, Schneider. Couldn't handle it, though.
That was a good ball in by Ella Rogers, but just kind of misplayed a little bit. I don't think she meant to intentionally let it go like that, and it goes under her foot right to Madison. It's going to be another Granville throw-in.
Looks like Bechtel's checking back into the match.
Battle on the sideline there. Ella Rogers and Chesney Davis just battling. Chesney Davis is going to come away with a throw-in here. Just good one-on-one defensive effort there. Certainly against the skill of Ella Rogers.
Lewis shielded off by the defender there. Pretty well done by Laufer. Now Rogers sets up here in the midfield, trying to sneak it in to Schneider.
Bit of a rough possession there for Granville. They had the ball and couldn't get anything forward, so played it back, and then there was no one else to play it back to, and just kind of nearly gives it away outside. But you see Coach Huff trying to defend that ball into Ella Rogers. She's getting the time and space wide, and that's not what you want. You want to get pressure on her right away.
And here's where Taylor Huff can be absolutely devastating. Ahead of steam.
It's got to be a yellow card.
Yeah, draws the foul.
Referee, got to have the courage there to give the yellow. Taylor Huff was by with the ball. She came and just hit her with the hands to take her down. That's an intentional foul. I mean, it's a foul certainly, and you're going to see she makes no attempt on the ball. Just tackles her.
That looked like a football tackle.
Yeah, I mean, just hit her up high, hit her with the arms, and I think it's certainly got to be a yellow because it stops the momentum of going forward. There's no play on the ball. Boy, Granville may get away with a little bit there. I mean, certainly just a yellow is all, but
Huff's going to play this one back post. We saw her from pretty much that exact distance in the semifinal match drill it to the upper corner, so she's certainly capable.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that would be the ball I would expect out of that play, would be a back post pass rather than just the way she drilled that one against Rocky River, but that one just going to stay out of bounds for a Granville goal kick.
Approaching the 10-minute mark here of this first half. Nevaeh Lewis accounting for the only goal up to this point. Offense for Madison has been at a bit of a premium. Just a couple of shots for the Lady Rams up to this point.
Yeah, really for both teams. I mean, I think Granville's had a little bit more possession. Madison obviously has the goal, but not a lot of quality looks either way. I think both defensive teams are just trying to keep the ball out of the box, not let the other team get a good defensive look. Madison's only real opportunity coming off a corner kick that wasn't quite cleared effectively by Granville and certainly capitalized on by Nevaeh Lewis. And Granville has struggled with the pressure that Madison's applied on the back line. Nevaeh Lewis has come away with quite a few plays just off pressuring the ball deep.
And that's what she does. Just like a little fly in your living room that you can't seem to get rid of. Just always seems to be around the ball, always hovering, comes with such speed.
Alicia Wallace has certainly had her hands full for Granville. I mean, that's a tough task defending Nevaeh, but she's done a nice job on her. I mean, she's tried to almost match her step for step, trying to stand her up there on a good 1v1 tackle. Does well to win the ball and just get it wide. And Granville's kept possession so far. But up until this point, they haven't figured out how to get this. Yeah, it's this pass here that's killing Granville. They just kind of give it back to Madison, play it out of bounds. We'll see if Granville gets a long throw, and I believe the first on that side of the field. Perhaps there's a girl who's got the ability to put the ball in the box.
They elect to play it short to Schneider. It's chased out of the box. Her cross attempt flicked up by Huff.
It's good skill by Rogers, but poked away again.
And now Van Horn, who's been pretty quiet, just lays it back now for Laufer.
Ooh. Bit of a light pass across the middle, but it connects. Again, you see Granville kind of give that ball away, trying to get in the box. They've just not connected on the ball in the box. It's been either right into the feet of Madison or out of bounds. They've just not found the right pace of play yet to get that ball in. Good skill by Ella there. A lot of bodies going to the ground.
And then Tucker comes over, swats it out of play. Granville making another substitution. Lindy Van Horn, the freshman, checking in. And she's had an awesome season as a Frosh. 22 assists for her.
just kind of got the ball stuck under their foot a little bit on some of their touches. It doesn't get out from them, so they find themselves taking a second touch, which allows Madison to close out their pressure a little bit. It's going to be a corner kick for Granville, I believe, first of the game.
That's correct. Both sides have had one corner, though Madison, their only attempt, turned out pretty well. Everyone loading up in the box. 18 bodies in there, and that one is shot into the back of the net. Ella Schneider was able to get a dome piece on it, and it went just over the top for the goal.
More and more teams run this play where you start forward and come back to the ball, and it's certainly tough to finish, especially off your head. So she's running backwards and heads it forward, and somehow it just finds the back corner of the net. Looks like maybe Madison defender didn't quite see it there. You can see the ball played in, just kind of drifts to the back corner. The Madison girl on the post had already left the position trying to go to the ball. Got to hang on to that post, close that out until the ball is cleared, and that's why.
So the Lady Aces strike back with 7 minutes, 38 seconds to go here in the first half.
Certainly we see both teams have the ability to score off corner kicks. One corner kick for each team, one goal for each team. Not a lot of goals or opportunities even from the run of play.
Huge goal by Granville. Evens things up. And we expected nothing less. Two potent offenses. Equally as good defenses. But both teams able to break through offensively off of their set pieces.
Taylor Huff took a bad touch and still almost ended up on a breakaway. And there's pressure by Nevaeh Lewis. I mean, if you just play slow out of the back, Nevaeh Lewis is going to be there.
Huff thought maybe she should get a whistle there by the tackle from Nolan. Never came.
Yeah, I thought she got the ball first, but there certainly was a lot of contact as well. Granville looks like they have a little bit more energy in their step right now. Certainly when we get scored on the first 3 minutes, that's going to take a little bit of the wind out of your sails, but they've kind of got some renewed energy, look a little pep in their step, if you would. That's a bad giveaway if she can come up with the other end. Smart touch by the Granville defender there. But Granville still struggled to really get the ball into the box area. Madison doing so well defensively. There you just see the speed and skill of Huff. That's the second defender she's beat. That's the third defender she's beat.
And now she pushes the shot, rips it just over the top of the net.
She is so casual with how she gets around defenders. Just looks like she's putting in little effort to do it. It's just all in the touches. Just the right touch around, the right touch around, right touch around to beat the third defender. And just the final shot goes just a little bit high, but just almost looks effortless. Obviously, she's working hard. She's going at full speed, but just so smooth with the ball.
That's why she's going to be playing D1 soccer next year at the University of Tennessee.
Absolutely, certainly a great accolade. Couple D1 players out here. I believe Ella Rogers is committed to Xavier, and Van Horn is going to Mercyhurst. So a lot of quality players out here.
Here is Van Horn. Locked up, stride for stride with Stanfield.
Oh.
And Van Horn drew the whistle.
I thought Stanfield went for a sliding tackle, and the referee signaled for a free kick from Madison. It must have thought she was fouled, or perhaps there's a little contact I didn't see, but I thought she went down to slide to get the ball. And the referee's brought it back. It's going to be Madison free kick, but Ella Rogers got it on the side.
So Rogers wins it. Huff says it's out of play, and the official believes her.
Yeah, the side ref, I think, was just a little slow to get the flag up and then almost dropped it. So it's going to be a Madison throw in here.
Back to Adderholt. She's going to send one. But here comes Huff on the run. Davis couldn't get it to her, though.
Yeah, and that's going to be a bad giveaway because that's going to give Granville some numbers going forward. It's those giveaways that can prove costly when you've got so many players running forward and then the touch goes behind your players and the other team's running forward now the other way. Those can prove to be deadly if you're not careful.
Yeah, also killed what looked like a great opportunity for Madison on the build-up.
Nevaeh Lewis is fast, and then she hits like a second gear and just gets even faster. I mean, it's funny. You can just kind of see when she turns it on, and all of a sudden she's just even faster than you thought she was before.
Certainly hope that she's a track athlete for the Lady Rams. They could probably use her this fall, or spring, I should say.
I think you would say that about most of the Madison players. I mean, they're just, as a team, collectively so fast.
Yeah, Huff certainly new to track a couple of years ago, and she was a standout, though she's not able to catch up to that one. One last heavy touch, and it rolls out of play.
There's some Granville players looking to say, what are we supposed to do here, trying to figure out defensively. That's the third time we've seen Huff drive by just 3 defenders. I mean, just little touches outside the foot, takes a touch away and past the defender. Just beating a defender with 1 touch is so easy and effortless for her, but that's probably the third time we've seen her beat 3 defenders with just those slight touches there.
Yeah, it's definitely uncommon. Not very many girls that I've ever watched play can move with the ball as smooth as Taylor Huff.
Yeah, it's 2 things. It's smooth and it's fast, right? You can find a lot of players who could just have a good touch, but she's got the acceleration that once she gets that touch past you, you got to turn around, and by the time you turn around, she's already past you. Just so smooth and so fast with the ball. See Ella Rogers, who's shown a little bit of skill here.
Nice feed to Schneider. But Stanfield was there defensively. And now Lewis with a chance, trying to get it forward for Cyrus. Lady Aces keeping possession here through the midfield, and we've seen them with lots of opportunities from here, but you're right, Jessica, it's the next pass that has given them problems so far this afternoon.
That's right here. Can they find this final pass here? That's a good touch, but right into Madison defenders. Good turn by Rogers, a lot of contact. Oh, I think Madison might have caught a break there. There was a lot of contact. Ella Rogers turned away with the ball, protecting the ball, and then she goes down. Now, whether she was fouled or she went down, I'm not sure, but the referee is right there and said no call.
She certainly sold it as though she was getting fouled on the play by Stanfield, but referee says play on. This one's going to race into the box, scooped up by Julia T.
Start to see fatigue set in a little bit. Some of the players out here have not caught a break yet, have been working hard. Ella Rogers has obviously stepped up her game a little bit, starting to get the ball in the box, starting to make some plays here. And the tough thing for players like Ella Rogers and Taylor Huff is they do so much offensively, but you're playing in that midfield role. They get back on defense and defend well as well. And takes a lot out of you, especially over the course of 80 minutes if you don't catch a break at all. And you got to find time to catch your break and take a rest real quick, and then you're right back at it.
Under 2 minutes to go. All square here in this state championship match at 1 apiece. Something here in the last minute and a half, of course, would be huge for either side. Could be a total game changer.
It's been pretty back and forth. I think Granville's had a little bit more possession, but the shot count's pretty similar, and certainly the dangerous shot count I think is 1-1. I think there's not been much else besides the goals that were scored. Perhaps a call for a PK maybe from Granville. The Granville fans will certainly want that, but not a lot of other offense.
Huff draws the foul. So it's going to be a free kick here from the midfield for Madison as we're under 60 ticks to go.
Yeah, I think that's probably a little bit by design, is that if she gets by, you just got to kind of bring her down a little bit and just take the free kick here rather than Huff running past you and trying to get back and defending. It's a good ball in the box. Defended well by Alicia Wallace.
Rams sticking with it. Adderholt, back post, nobody home.
Alicia Wallace has done a nice job defensively. I mean, her job to defend Nevaeh Lewis, coming up big on some of the free kicks here out of the air. I mean, she's done just a nice job for the Blue Aces and keeping Madison from going forward.
Goal kick's going to be won by Huff. Sneaks through. Here comes Nevaeh Lewis. Short on time. She's going to get a good shot off. Tried to set up Cyrus. Still a chance for it.
Ooh, the ball just kind of sat right under her foot and couldn't get her foot out, or the ball out in front of her foot. Well, Granville certainly caught a break there. Nevaeh Lewis does well to get in the box and make a play. Well, you'd almost rather her just shoot the ball. She does well to score so many goals. I think she makes the right play, but I think she had the ability to finish that as well.
So we're at the half of the Division II state finals here in Columbus, where we are all square. Lady Aces and Rams 1 goal apiece. We'll step away for a quick commercial timeout. We'll be right back with stats and analysis. Get you ready for half number 2. Keep it here on the OH Report.
I'm Phyllis Stanfield, outside back from Madison Lady Rams. You're watching the Division II State Championship on OH Report.
I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
James 1 Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James 1 Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
On the Lady Rams soccer team, and you're watching Division II State Championship Soccer on the OH Report.
Back here at halftime with head coach Zach Huff. Coach, you get the early goal. They answer on the corner. I know yesterday at practice, you guys were stressing not allowing the corners. What can you do in the second half to really prevent that?
Just don't give up corners. They knew it going in. Don't give up corners. Don't let them turn. And we did all that they knew not to let them do, and they scored on us. And now it's 1-1. And obviously, go in with mentality of 0-0, and we have to come back and do something. We got 40 minutes for our seniors, to win the state title.
And one more question real quick. It's a defensive battle right now. Offensively, what do you guys need to do in the second half to get back on top?
Probably get Taylor up top and get her to finish one for us, or play it off to somebody to finish it off of her. So
that's bad now.
Good luck, Coach, in the second half. Back to you guys.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers, Jesse, where it's been pretty even, actually, offensively. Both teams have had some trouble generating offense, but we kind of expected that, as good as both of these defensive units are. But each team able to capitalize off of a set piece, both with one corner kick, both of them capitalized.
Yeah, well, what we've seen after watching these two teams play for about 5 halves now, if we look at the last 2 games, is they're pretty even, right? They tied 5-5, they tied 2-2, they're tied 1-1. The stats are nearly similar. Stylistically, they're a little different, but I think they are just neck and neck with each other. So it's going to be an interesting second half of who can kind of rise to the occasion, who can kind of embrace this moment. And we've seen Taylor Huff do it time and time again, where this is where she gets out through the second half. Coach has talked about, her cardio, her fitness is just another level from other teams. And so we've seen her kind of come in and take over games in the second half. And I think that's what's going to be in order for the Rams to win this state championship. She's going to kind of need to come in and take over this second half for the Lady Rams.
We'll take one more quick timeout. We'll be right back. Second half action on the way from MAPRE Stadium in Columbus right after this.
I'm Phyllis Stanfield, outside back from Madison Lady Rams. You're watching the Division II State Championship on OH Report.
Second half of the Division II Girls Soccer State Championship underway here from MAPRE Stadium. First touch going to the Lady Aces of Granville, who had a late goal, just 7 minutes, 38 seconds left in that first half by Schneider. That has us all square after Nevaeh Lewis, just over 2 minutes into the match, got Madison on the board. And it's been a fun chess match so far in this game.
Absolutely.
Brian Skowronski, Jesse Ryder with you. And break it down for us, Jesse, what you've been seeing.
Sure. So, they are very even, I think, in terms of ability and skill-wise. They're a little different stylistically, and kind of how the half played out was a little different as well. Madison striking early, just in the first couple minutes of the half, and Granville striking towards the end of the half. Madison is playing a little bit more of that counterattack, just kind of sitting back in defensively, and how fast can they get Nevaeh Lewis the ball going forward, where Granville is trying to not give the ball away. Because what happens if you're Granville, if you keep giving the ball away, it's more touches for Nevaeh Lewis going forward. So they're really doing well. They're just trying to keep the ball, not let Madison get a touch going forward, and just keep that ball moving in their direction. Ooh, it's a bit of a rough play defensively there for Madison. They had a lot of girls back, but no one quite on the ball. Granville's again in the box. They've struggled to find this final pass in, but this time they do.
On your side, yeah. Van Horn was right there, but she wasn't able to put solid foot on ball. And Madison will clear, maybe.
Yeah, Van Horn went for the kind of the back heel behind the leg. Would have been a great goal if it went in, but Madison defenders were in the right spot to clear that out. But Granville still in the attacking area. The ball's going to bounce right into the Paige Eldridge's hands. Referee just stop and play real quick to make sure she's okay. Number 7, Ava Miller, took a shot to the face there off the ball. Went down for a second, then got back up, and referee just wanted to make sure she was okay.
And a fast start here for Granville, as we're now just over 2 minutes in. Developing some nice looks offensively, but Madison trying to put some pressure here at the other end.
Yeah, this is what's called at Granville. A little bit of fits here. You have to be efficient in getting this ball out. You can't turn it over. You can't let Nevaeh Lewis touch it, and you can't play so fast that you turn it over. So it's, and then you see Ashley Bechtel with the ball back in the attack, but Granville misplays a little bit and played behind Nevaeh Lewis. A little sloppy here to open things up. The referee has stopped the clock for a reason. Let's see what the issue is. Looks like I think they might be subbing Ava Miller out. She took that shot to her face, and I think they're just going to check on her, make sure she's okay.
So the sophomore heads to the bench for another sophomore, Izzy Laufer. We'll spell her out.
Yeah, they're just going to send her to the trainer, let her get checked out real quick. Certainly want to just make sure no concussion, nothing bad there. So referees does well to stop the clock, get her out of play, make sure she's okay, and the game will continue.
Throwing far side to Bechtel. Now they're looking for Huff. Taylor's going to send out wide, and she's going to overshoot Eckenweiler on that one.
Yeah, she certainly started directing traffic and telling Eckenweiler where she wanted her to go, and just plays the ball a bit heavy and going to be out of play. And a Granville goal kick. Seen some uncharacteristics from turnovers from Taylor Huff today. Obviously, when she's got the ball at her feet, she's making the right move. But a couple balls that normally she plays through defenders there have gone right into the feet of defenders, and that one sailed out of bounds. You normally don't see those turnovers from her. And
yeah, I think that's a fair point. It's the Rams back defending Van Horn through a double team. Tucker, as she was just moments ago, comes over to mix the play.
It's going to be a throw-in, I believe. Not a corner, but we'll see how they line up. It's right over there. It's going to be a Granville throw-in. Certainly no interest in doing a long throw. Bit of a bad touch back to kind of keep possession even. Good pressure by Eckenweiler. No foul there. Good play to knock it out of bounds. The Granville coaches are seated within their box. You don't see that a lot, where they brought chairs kind of within their coach's box and just grabbing a seat there. The referee leaves the ball well.
Yeah.
Oh, he played advantage. He lost. I think he should have brought it back. Certainly it was impactful, but Nevaeh Lewis is going to go the other way with it. He yelled to play on, and then the next touch went right into Madison, which by definition you lost your advantage there, but he just let the ball play out, and Madison ended up with the ball. It's a bad play again by Madison. It's a rough start here for the Rams. Quite a few unforced turnovers that we're not grown accustomed to seeing over the year with these girls.
And so the Lady Aces now coming back the other way. They zip it here into the middle. It's Labaki, but she can't get much of a shot away.
It's a good ball in by Van Horn to really kind of put the ball, stretch the defenders out. Van Horn drew two defenders, and so it was one-on-one on the backside. She just makes the pass across, but defended well. Referee put the whistle to his mouth, brought it down, and decided it was the right call, and put it back to his mouth and blew the whistle. Free kick Madison or right at midfield?
Certainly right in Taylor Huff's range.
I would imagine you don't see a shot from this angle. It's going to be more of a kind of a lofted ball to the back post, but, you know, anything's possible.
That's exactly what it is, headed, but drifts back the other direction from where the defender tried to play.
Yeah, Ella Rogers kind of flicked it backwards and forced Granville into playing it out of bounds instead.
Adderholt established position, first touch no good, and so it's out, and a throw-in coming up here for Van Horn. And you see just that constant, consistent pressure up top by Nevaeh Lewis. Just creates problems.
Yeah, she has the ability to just kind of make nothing into something. And just by pressure, where it looks like the ball just kind of roll out of bounds or right to Granville, her pressure just forces you. You have to think a little bit faster, play a little bit quicker, and sometimes that just forces a mistake just in the pressure.
Adderholt tripped up from the back. Clean tackle, though. But Granville doesn't do much with it. Quick giveaway.
Good skill by Ella Rogers there. There's a big ball into the corner for Van Horn.
It's going to be Tucker, first one to get there. Taking her time, sizing her up.
Thought she was going to let it go out for a goal kick and touches it right on the end line there and plays out. It's going to be a Madison throw-in, but she was being patient enough. I thought the ball was going to sail out. They're going to get the goal kick out of it, but touches it right on the end line.
Off the throw, Adderholt was pinned down there. So Granville comes away with possession. Switching fields. Having trouble once they get to around the top of the box. As Davis flicks it up. Headed out, but right to the Lady Aces. Shot from distance. Sails over everything.
There's certainly a little more confidence in Granville in the way they're playing. They're moving the ball while they're playing with their heads up. They're making that extra pass. They're looking to go to goal a little bit. Struggling to find that final connecting piece, though. I mean, that's really what's going to break down the Rams' defense is once you can get the ball into the box and make a play across. They've just not been able to do that much. You know, you really have to credit the Rams' defense for not allowing it to happen. But for Granville, it's a tough turnover for Nevaeh Lewis. Going to dribble out of bounds. But Granville's got to play kind of, I'd say, the next play that they're looking for. They're really just trying to force that one play in. Really just going to play their head up and see if we can find the second option and not force that first option in there.
Huff pressuring Rogers.
It's two talented players there battling in the middle of the field. It's fun to see.
It's definitely been a fun battle watching. I do feel like it's like a chess match here. What Madison's doing defensively, schematically, trying to frustrate this talented offense of Granville. Allowing them possession from about 30 yards and out, just like you see here, but then just suffocating them once they get near the 18.
Chesney Davis, a lot of pressure on the ball. Ooh, bit of a risky tackle there. She was dribbling away from him, went in and nearly caught the back of her ankle. Still dribbling around with the ball. Another big tackle there.
And again, no whistle. Bechtel tries to clear. Waiting for it, though, was Shopes.
We're just watching that play. That made me tired. I mean, she's just dribbling all over, just keeping the ball, and that's not easy when you're just trying to dodge defenders. Big ball in the box. You're not seeing Granville look for that yet. That's an interesting tactic there, just trying to chip it in over the back of the defenders. Keeper really has to be attentive to that.
Eldridge made a quick break off of her line, was able to come away with the save. Now back with the dribble. Didn't have Adderholt running with her.
Madison's just not really keeping possession of the ball. It just seems like every time they get it, they're giving it right back to Granville. I know they like that counterattack style, but counterattack's only effective if you're finding your players in the counterattack. There's a good play by Huff to Eckenweiler to Nevaeh Lewis.
Yeah,
directed
great traffic
touch by Nevaeh Lewis.
Beautiful stuff. Swarmed. And then taken away, though, from Lewis by Shopes.
Yeah, it was 1-on-4, and all the defenders were closing in, trying to take away any angle for her to go forward.
And here comes Tucker on a long run, way outside of her center back position. Fans thought potentially that she should earn a whistle. Instead, here comes Granville the other way.
She's a little out of position now.
Way out of position. Could lead to a big shot, but how about Phyllis Stanfield with the sliding tackle?
I love the energy that Trinity Tucker's playing with, but that run really brought her out of the position of the play there. It's going to be a Granville corner kick. The last time we saw a Granville corner kick, we saw an unmarked header goal. So far, we've had 2 corners in the matches that have resulted in 2 goals, so we really want to be careful here. Looks like Granville's going to start their approach a little bit different. The first time on their corner kick, they started with everybody inside the 6-yard box. This time they have 5 or 6 players at the top of the 18. Now they're all making the run in. Near post ball cleared away nicely by Phyllis Stanfield.
Lewis, heavy first touch. Leads the possession back here to Granville. And this shot just towers over the top, taken by Labaki.
Oh, the Granville fans are getting into it. Granville's picked up the pace of their play. They're getting a little bit better looks at goal. In Madison, you just kind of got to match that energy for a little bit. You don't need to outdo what you're doing, but certainly you just got to kind of play with that same intensity and not get caught sleeping or on a bad giveaway.
Madison, nice footwork, few good touches there. Chesney certainly extended both arms. Big push.
Yep.
Gets the call.
Just clearing it out a little bit. You can see the touch is kind of right at them both. She gets the first touch and just kind of creates some space for herself. The referee does not deem that to be a legal way to create space.
It certainly was not. So the Lady Aces threaded into the box, but nobody home there in a white jersey. Eldridge tosses it out. Huff assessing the situation. And now she'll send far side. She's got it to Lewis. Bumped by Shopes.
Nevaeh Lewis is just starting to get forward here a little bit.
Mila Davis with the flick, but not in the right direction.
Nevaeh Lewis is picking up the speed of the play. That she's the Granville defense is almost playing a swarming defense on her now rather than just 1 or 2 around her. Everybody's just going to make sure she can't go forward. And that's how you have to defend her, is you want her to turn and play that ball back to get the ball off of her foot so fast, so good when the ball is at her feet. Granville just trying to prevent that from happening again.
Counter-attack for the Lady Aces.
Ella Rogers with the ball in the middle of the field, just composed, keeps the ball in possession. Ooh, bit of a tough play there, though.
Allows Madison to get back defensively. They're set up now. Huff with the turnover. Casually, like you said, weaving around defenders. And that's about the 4th hard tackle that we've seen from the backside, where Huff is just blown by the defense, and she kind of pays for it a little bit physically.
Yeah, Huff is reminding the referee of how many times she's been fouled there, and certainly that's a common foul that we've seen. That as a play that Granville is doing. You know, as soon as she gets past her, you know, the coaching staff saying that's Ella Rogers' 3rd or 4th foul, bringing down Huff without the ball there, or she had the ball, but clearly in an advantageous position.
Huff is going to send this one all the way to the keeper. Misplayed, and guess who's there for the goal? The freshman phenom, Lewis. Her 2nd of the match.
That's just the 2nd right place, right time for Nevaeh Lewis. I mean, it just looks like a routine play for the keeper. She comes out to catch it, somehow slips right through her hands, lands right at the feet of Nevaeh Lewis. Just good. We've talked about her pressure. We've talked about it. Just by her running hard at the ball, it forces mental mistakes. And the keeper, in what was normally a routine play, drops it right to the ground there. And Nevaeh Lewis, right place, right time. And that's a 2-1 lead for Madison in the second half of the state championship game.
Who would have thought with these 10 stud seniors that have been there, done it for Madison, this has been their mission, that it would be their stud freshman so far that's been coming up clutch. Johnny on the spot. 2 different occasions, and here comes Huff once again, the runaway freight train.
You see her trying to foul. This time she just ran past the foul. You know, to get to that free kick, it was almost a frustration free kick for Taylor Huff. I think you just see her just kind of have a swing at the ball from 50 yards away. It's like, why not just hit as hard as I can and put it on goal? Keeper bobbles, and it leads to a goal. I don't know that the shot was ever the intention. I think it was just some frustration there. She'd been fouled quite a few times. You see Granville again in the attack, trying to knock her off the ball. I think if she goes down again, my guess is you'll see a card, because that has been about the 4th or 5th time that they fouled her with the intent of stopping her and making no play on the ball. I think the referee's been a little lenient on that. I thought the first play that had happened, it probably was a yellow because there was no play on the ball. There was no effort to get it. It was just the intent was to foul.
Huff hard driving, low shot in there. Tucker had a shot, and it comes out. Stanfield waiting for it.
Boy, Madison really just pretty much sent the house there for being up 1 goal. It's everybody up but one girl, and Phyllis Stanfield does well to stay back and be in the right position. But geez, they're looking to go up 3-1 and not 2-1.
Lady Aces, too, packed inside the box. They had all 11 players back defending there.
It's such a momentum killer for Granville. They've done well to stay in the attack there, keep possession, keep the ball moving. Had a few decent shots off on goal, and then all of a sudden it's a goal for Madison, and now you're facing that deficit again.
And I agree with you. I think it was a bit of a frustration play for Huff to go ahead and just put that on frame. And it worked out very obviously.
Good turn by Nevaeh Lewis. Carrie Eckenweiler played the right ball into her. That's a big tackle by Alicia Wallace, who's had a nice game. But it's going to be a Madison corner kick again. Certainly we've seen corner kicks have been the keys to goals for the most part. Not a lot of goals during the run of play here. We have 2 goals off a corner kick and 1 goal off a free kick. We'll see if Madison can capitalize. A dangerous opportunity on their first corner kick.
Huff's going to play it again. She played it in low on the previous attempt.
Taylor Huff also is aware of the score in the game. Just taking seconds off the clock now, fixing some socks, telling the players to get away. I mean, she took a minute off the clock just by setting up for the corner. It's a veteran move. It's going to be cleared away by Granville.
She went with it near post. Another hard driving one. Didn't put much loft on it, and Labaki waited on it, poked it out.
Madison just taking their time to get to the throw-in. Where they're right on the verge of being warned, I think, the referees. The coaches shut and talk to the referees a little bit. They just had nobody around for the throw-in. And
definitely seems like a little bit early in the match here to be trying to tick off some extra seconds and minutes.
Hey, seconds are seconds at this point.
Eldridge all the way out to the top. Collects, throws it out quickly.
Now this is really, I can start knocking some time off the clock. Just keep the ball in possession. Don't give it back to Granville. Just wear them out. You've got the ball. Everything's working in your favor.
And it seems like Taylor's starting to feel herself a little bit here in this second half.
Oh, yeah, just Alicia Wallace again. Right place, right time defensively. And she is a solid defender back there for Granville.
Rogers looking to go one-on-one.
A lot of hands by Ella Rogers. Big tackle by Carrie Eckenweiler to step in, knock it out of bounds. It's a good ball by Ella Rogers. Patient to find that opening up, but just not connect on the other end.
Now Taylor sends one. Got a couple of options there. Lewis took a shot, but she's actually the one whistled for the foul there as she went toe-to-toe with Wallace.
Yeah, I think it's the right call. I mean, Nevaeh Lewis kind of jumped into her and she went down. Alicia Wallace certainly went straight up and won the header, and Nevaeh Lewis kind of jumps into her. I'm not sure how Nevaeh Lewis really ended up on the ground. Ella Rogers again going to have the ball. She's proven to be able to create some things in this area, but Granville's just struggled to be on the other end here.
They've done a good job of getting the ball into that attacking position, but just their runs off the wing, they have not been able to connect with any type of efficiency. And then also credit this Madison defense.
Absolutely. Yeah, the defending team for Madison has just been at the top of their game, not giving away a lot of shots or quality shots or shots, really. I mean, just playing in the right areas, getting the ball out, sitting back, defending, just being organized. We've seen Granville has just struggled to get the ball into the box in this area and just stepping first. Excellent play defensively by Madison.
Play made by Trinity Tucker, and she's made a handful so far this evening. Now back, a lot of space in front of her. Likes to try to play it up to Lewis. And now Nil. Didn't measure that one very well. Huff into a crowd, taken away.
You don't see that very often. We see Taylor Huff lose the ball in a 1v1 when she's got it at her foot.
Now the shot deflected off of Tucker. Granville calling for a handball.
I mean, her hand certainly went up, but I think it's in a protective motion, but it did look like it was off her body a little bit. Oh, referee, I think you've fallen for it. She went down so easy in the box. Now, you can see the replay here. It's a good ball into the box. We saw this turn before, and she clips a little bit of the back of the leg. I think Ella Rogers goes down pretty easily. However, I think the referee might have missed the first hand ball when she put her hand up to protect herself. It may have kind of averaged itself out here. So we're going to see Ella Rogers, who's been a force here in the second half, step to the line for the PK. Probably none bigger in her career than this moment right here with 20:58 left to go in the second half. State championship game. Your team down by 1. There may not be a bigger PK in her life.
One of the few seniors on this Granville roster. Big moment right here. Same for Eldridge. She sends and it's saved. Paige makes the diving stop, and that is absolutely huge.
Wow, what a great save. That is a huge moment, huge save. You can see Ella Rogers steps up. It's a decent shot. It's not really to the corner too much, but Paige Eldridge guessed right, guessed big. What a huge play by the senior keeper.
How about that little crow hop that she took even before Rogers got to it? So she knew that it was coming to that corner all the way. Perhaps Ella gave it away with her eyes, or just sometimes better to be lucky than good, I've always heard, Jesse.
Absolutely. Maybe she had a read in there, or she was going to go to her left all along. I don't know, but either way, big save. I believe the last time these two met, that Granville missed a PK as well.
So it keeps the goal deficit 2-1 for Granville, as they cannot capitalize in a big moment there on the PK.
We saw a similar type play with Ella Rogers, who got the ball at the top of the box and turned in and kind of had a call for a PK as well. A little bit of contact, but that time appeared to be a little bit more contact. I think she goes down a little easy, but there's certainly contact, so if you get hit, you get hit.
Could we see a hat trick here for Lewis? Kind of lost it, but then a corner kick on the way here for Madison.
Alicia Wallace has certainly had her hands full tonight, has done a great job defending Nevaeh Lewis. That's not an easy task to stay in front, to keep her from getting that second shot off. It's going to be a Madison corner kick, and they're going to get the chance to knock a few more seconds off the clock here, and a chance for a good goal-scoring opportunity.
And again, just so you see all 11 white jerseys firmly into the box, and about 9 of them inside the 6.
Now Taylor Huff making a short corner run. Now it drew 4 players out for Granville. Let's see what happens next.
Left-footed shot redirected. Oh. Nearly a goal by the other freshman, Cyrus.
Well, I tell you what, if you're Granville, you have to be aware of where Taylor Huff is. I mean, I know she stayed back defensively, but she's got. I would just still mark her there. You can't put all 11 in the box and leave Taylor Huff unmarked, even if she's 40 yards away. She's that good to be able to create something from there. Granville's got the ball going forward again, trying to find Van Horn, who's been kind of quiet today. He's not had a lot of touches, not had a lot of shots on goal. We just see Granville out here just trying to battle to win the ball back.
It's definitely a fair point. All that we heard about Kara Van Horn and the phenomenal season she's had, 35 goals, 18 helpers so far in the year, and has really been limited so far this evening.
Certainly Ella Rogers with 25 goals and 20 assists as well. I mean, those are 2 impressive top scorers and assists. I mean, looks like the majority have been to each other, but Ella Schneider has certainly gotten in the mix today and had some decent looks as well. Madison left a Granville player unmarked on the wing there, but fortunately she played the ball right into Madison.
Huff tries to send far side for Lewis.
Yeah, Madison is just contented to see if they can just keep finding Lewis. I mean, to put everybody else back and just let Lewis go to work. 1-on-4, 1-on-5. You never know with the pressure and pace she plays with.
Yeah, probably a smart strategy, especially now, just a 1-goal differential and starting to get a little bit light on time. 17 minutes, 50 seconds remain.
Yeah, you've just got to be careful defending Ella Rogers here. She's done well to start creating some things. That's not the play you wanted if you're Granville. Certainly just kicking the ball over the end line. I think you got to be a little more patient for Granville. You've got to try and find the play you want. You're right, the time is ticking away, but you still have 17 minutes to try and put something together, and that's not going to come from just kicking out the ball as fast as you can. So I think composure is going to go a long way for the Blue Aces to finish the game, but
it appears Madison certainly is starting to relegate Huff here as more of a defensive midfielder.
It looks like Bechtel's going to play more almost like attacking mid or maybe a left attacking mid, and Taylor's going to play that defensive mid a little bit.
Great tackle, good individual effort here by Carrie Eckenweiler. Now Laufer back into the match. checking out Nolan. Both of these schools looking for their first ever state championship. Madison, of course, got here last year, was knocked off by the #1 team in the state. Now they are the top dogs and looking to close out a big-time victory here. And it's been a huge performance by this freshman that's got him in the lead.
I just love watching Ella Rogers and Taylor Huff going at each other. I mean, just so fast, so skilled, so smooth with the ball. They're not afraid to step in and make a big tackle there. We've seen them each do it to each other. Taylor Huff got going forward again there and drew 3 defenders, and 1 defender poked it away. The second defender grabbed at her jersey a little bit.
Aces have certainly gotten physical with Huff here this afternoon, and I think kind of got to rough up Taylor if you can a little bit.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, if they have not gotten physical, she's gotten by. And that's probably what the coach is saying is you cannot let her dribble past you. You're going to have to keep her in front of you one way or another. Certainly the intent is not to hurt her, but fouls are part of the game. And so coach is instructing, listen, you got to stop the ball and stop her. And Granville struggled to stop the ball, so they're trying to stop her.
Rogers flicked it, headed away by Russell. Now Huff coming up with the pressure, forces the turnover. And you see everyone just looking for 13 right now in the green jerseys.
Yeah, and you can hear Taylor Huff's instructions. She said, get the ball forward. There's no need to play it back right now. Granville's got a lot of players forward, and we just need to get out of this space. No secret to what Madison's doing. Coach Huff yelling as well. Just put it forward, give Nevaeh a chance, get it out of our defensive end.
Tough turnover there.
Just 15 minutes remain in the half here. 15 minutes from a Madison Rams state championship.
That's been the title to their journey all along. The trip back to state, almost a sense of a relief for them to get to this point, though they felt as though certainly they should be in contention all along. They've been #1 from start to finish. Granville has been #2 throughout the entire season as well, so we do have a battle of the top teams as this one makes its way back to Eldridge. And it's been a pretty phenomenal match so far.
Absolutely. Back and forth a little bit, a little clash of styles a little bit here. Madison, no secret, get the ball forward to Nevaeh Lewis. Granville trying to get it wide, work the ball around. Have just struggled in that final pass. Just really haven't connected there. And part of it's because Madison's defenders have been playing at a high level. Almost 4 center defenders just sitting in, covering for each other. It's really hard to find that final pass to the middle of the box, and that's what Granville has wanted. See the skill of Ella Rogers here, so calm and cool on the ball.
Now back to Ella.
As you see it, Matt just swarmed by 4 players dropped in around the ball there. It's just a tough ball in, and it is certainly the ball that Granville wants, but they are just not getting it in.
Madison fans, I think, had an impact there on eventually the AR putting up his flag.
Certainly the fans definitely knew the ball was out there, no question about it.
A collective 1,000 people, hey! And so cool to see how quickly Madison sold out of their tickets, and I think even were calling and asking Granville, hey, you got any more that are available?
The ultimate sign of disrespect. Yeah, it's obviously an interesting. It doesn't look full, but each school has 750 tickets they were given, and Madison fans are well distributed throughout their section there. I'd say all 750 are there. I see some at the very top row of the second section, but hey, they're here and they are socially distanced and they are watching their Lady Rams play right now.
Another nice pressure applied by Phyllis Stanfield.
Yeah, she has had a nice game defensively, really solid back there, just not making any mistakes.
Her and Tucker have really stood out to me this afternoon. The way that they have defended, done well to stay behind the offensive players, never let anything get beyond them, and coming up, applying some good pressure, and then they've created a lot of turnovers.
Madison's playing the ball long, and it's 1-on-6 with Nevaeh, and the expectation for Madison is for Nevaeh to go get the ball against 6 players and just go be who you are. Create that chaos, create that pressure, see if you can't get the ball somehow.
Well, and it's understandable. I half expect her to go make the plays just about every time, too.
It doesn't surprise you when she wins the 1-on-6, yeah.
Blue Aces got a throw in on the way, and they continue to apply the pressure. They've certainly had the bulk majority, I would say, of the ball control here this afternoon, but once they've gotten into about this area right here of the field, Madison has done very well to disrupt any type of quality shot looks.
Absolutely. Case in point, they just sit in. They don't let that final pass get in. Willing to give up a lot else throughout the field, but not in that middle area. They just sit in defensively, get the ball in, get the ball out.
Tucker slingshots that one out of play.
I think we're just going to watch Madison clear the ball for these final 11 minutes, see how far they can hit it from the defensive area, and see how fast Nevaeh Lewis really is.
Lewis certainly on an island up top right now for the Lady Rams.
For Granville, they've just not deviated away from this style of attack, and they've not broken down Madison yet. I mean, just playing the ball around the middle of the field and trying to find the middle of the box and just not working out for them.
They did try to shoot it down the wing right there, but just too far out in front, so it's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Rams as they're looking to close out a state championship here at MAPRE Stadium. Unfinished business could become finished business in just over 10 minutes for Madison.
This could be the longest 10 minutes of these Madison players' career. I mean, certainly the clock's been ticking. They've got the ball, and just can you not make a mistake that gives Granville a good shot on goal. Just keep the ball in front of you. Carrie Eckenweiler's such a physical player. Nothing's going to be easy around her.
She's definitely played a very defensive role here so far in this match. Quality goal scorer.
See, Ella Rogers certainly is able to create with some pace here, but just has not been able to find Van Horn. And again, just playing it right into the Madison back line. Credit the Madison back line, but also I question a little bit of this tactic of if you eventually think it's going to work, if you just think Madison's going to give one away, I think at some point you got to switch up your tactics a little bit, maybe get it wide. You know, Ella Rogers is getting the ball and goes right to the middle of the field. Maybe attack wide and attack from more that corner angle of the box. So far, Madison's proved that they can defend within that final area right there in the middle.
We'll see if these two seniors, Kara and Ella, decide at some point here over these last 9 minutes and change to try to take matters into their own hands, see some shots from distance, which is something that we have not seen really at all this afternoon.
No, they've really not had a ton of quality shots. There's a good skill by Van Horn. Let's see which way the throw-in goes here. What's the referee going to say? It's going to be a Madison throw-in.
So the pressure from Russell earns a throw-in here for the Lady Rams as we have stopped play here momentarily.
I think he's caught on to the Madison antics of taking a long time for the throw-in. Maybe I don't see what else would have stopped play there, or stopped the time at least.
Fed into the box, but again, Stanfield like she's been all night right there.
You know, for Granville, one of the things that would help is if they actually check to the ball instead of running away in the middle. I mean, they're running right into the area where Madison is sitting in at, and so every time it goes into Madison.
Here is Rogers with the shot, but not much there. No problem again for the keeper. Third shot on net here the second half for the Lady Aces. Second half save for Page.
Yeah, including a PK save, which was huge. I mean, they just kept the 2-1 lead intact, brought life back to your team again. I mean, just a huge play by Page.
I think you could probably circle that as about the play of the match up to this point.
I know Granville plays on a narrower field, but you know they're not getting wide at all, and so it's just a battle in the middle, and the Madison defenders are just battling in the middle. The referee's going to get the throw into Madison here, but they're all within inside the 18-yard box, and they're all within inside those areas there, so it allows the Madison defenders to just sit in and defend. They don't have to worry about covering anything wide because Granville has no interest in that. They're just trying to play the ball right into the middle, right around that arc on the top of the 18, and nothing else is even proved to be an option for Granville. Did they call him an illegal throw-in? He's moving her up quite. It must have been an illegal throw-in initially by Nevaeh.
So the freshman with a little chink in the armor there. Been fantastic otherwise. Got the 2 Madison goals so far this game if you were just joining us. Lewis struck with just over 2.5 minutes into the game. Schneider tied things up with 7 minutes and change before the first half. And then Nevaeh, again, she's just been right place, right time on 2 different occasions. Was able to come through with the go-ahead goal at the 26:44 mark here of the second half, and that's where we've gotten to this point. Paige Eldridge, the other huge play, diving save on a PK to keep it at 2-1.
Granville is doing what they've been doing. I mean, they're possessing the ball in the midfield area, and Madison is content to let them do that. And this has been the struggle for Granville, is this final pass. And that's been it. It's been a goal kicker. It's been right at Madison every time. They have just struggled to efficiently get the ball in the box in that area.
And so at this point, I am surprised that we're not just seeing them just unleash, make some runs, take a big, deep shot, maybe get a deflection, get a header.
Absolutely. You've got to do something to create some real offense here. I mean, they've not had a real shot outside of the PK for the most part in the second half. They've just kind of been giving the ball away to Madison deep in their own territory. So we'll see if maybe something changes. I don't see anything that's going to lead me to believe that, but it could be a foul.
Yeah, it's going to.
She came in a little reckless. She had already lost the ball, but then Trinity Tucker just made a lot of contact there. Now this is what you don't want to do. Is certainly Granville's got the ability to strike the ball from here. All the goals we've seen today have been off set pieces, 2 off the corner, 1 off the free kick. You would assume that a player of Ella Rogers' quality is going to be able to do something with the ball here.
The shot saved by Eldridge as she goes flying into the back of the net.
It's a big save. It's going to be a corner here for Granville. They're certainly going to get forward, and I thought she was going to play it quickly, but they're going to let the second player come over. That's a big save. Just jumping to her left there. Keeps it out of play. Keeps it out of the net. That's huge. 2 huge saves for the keeper.
Maddie Shopes with the left foot. Driving back post. Davis with the clear, and here comes Lewis.
She just takes one big touch. It's going to be a foot race, and that's what she's so good at.
Defended pretty well. Lewis goes toppling over the top there of Wallace.
Wallace, who's been really working hard there. I mean, it's a difficult task of defending Nevaeh Lewis, and she's been with her for most of the game. Kind of got ran over there a little bit, and I think also picked up the foul in the process. So now it's going to be Taylor Huff. Why would Granville go for a short wall? The referee's going to move you back. It's going to slop the. Oh, my goodness. Just a little bit out of sorts for Granville. No need. She went for a 5-yard wall off a 50-yard shot, and the referee had to pull her back. And
maybe she was watching SportsCenter and knows that Taylor's pretty good from this distance.
Oh, she actually hit the wall somehow, but it's going to let Granville get some numbers forward. They're just going to kind of play it quickly into Madison, but doesn't clear it effectively.
But it's got the Rams out of position at least a little bit for now, though as they backtrack, Lady Rams get reestablished. Tucker with the clear.
It's good pressure by Nevaeh Lewis to work all the way down the field. I mean, look where she's coming back for their pressure now. She's just 25 yards away from her own goal. She knows what's at stake.
Van Horn with the cross, taken away.
All the Granville players are all just within that small middle area. It's
now taken away from Rogers by Mowry. Down to the championship minutes here. Just 3.5 remain.
A lot of physical play in the corner. The referee says nothing there. He's watching it. Cleared away nicely by Madison. Granville's going to have another chance here with the ball. So far they've shown they're not going to do anything else but put it down the middle.
And this is what I've been looking for. Deep shot taken by Maddie Shopes. At least put some type of pressure on that Madison goaltender. Make her have to come up with the stop.
Yeah, right, absolutely. Let's do something where we're not giving away to the Madison defender. So there's nothing wrong with that play there. I'd like to see it probably 25 minutes ago if you're Granville. I mean, you've got to make players move. And right now, Madison can just sit in and defend. They can be patient and just wait for the ball to be played into that area, and then they can react and win it and get it forward.
Big takeaway there by Natalie Back. Davis, though, returns the favor. Now Tucker comes over, swats it out near side. Lady Aces need to get to work.
Just 2.5 minutes to go. Lindy Van Horn with the ball, plays it in. They swung it wide a little bit.
Rams really packing it inside the box. Another one comes in from distance.
It looks like deflected out for a corner kick, though. If you're Granville, I think you just got to send everybody. Might as well go 11 on 11 here. The keeper is going to stay back. They've got 2 defenders back still. I don't know why you would. Oh, there's a coach signaling. Oh, there's some confusion for Granville. But there we go. There comes another defender in. They're going to put 9 in the box. Big. Oh, plays it out for a goal kick.
Never
1 minute
even
and
got
50
it in.
seconds left.
So the clock becoming the biggest friend here of Madison, as you imagine. These seniors especially can sense it so close to getting the championship that eluded them last year when they got here to MAPRE Stadium, and looking to leave with the big trophy in just about 90 seconds.
There's nothing wrong with that play. Just get the ball out of the middle, put it up and wide, as deep as you can. Big throw by Alicia Wallace. Flicked on the wrong way by Madison. There's Van Horn with a good turn.
She draws a double.
It's a big tackle there.
Huff coming over to make the stop.
Granville's got to pick up their pace here a little bit. Just a minute left. They've never looked for a long throw in yet today.
Miller does throw it in short. Gets it to the younger Van Horn. Now back outside, a little bit of space for Shopes. She sends it in. Eldridge dives for the stop.
That ball kind of just hooked on her. Just kind of kept going down to the right. That's not an easy save. Final minute of the game. What a great game by Paige Eldridge. A couple big saves here in the second half.
5 in total now.
Including a PK save, another big save off a free kick. And that's not an easy save she just made there. It was kind of curving away from her on the ground. And Granville's going to get probably one more shot to go forward here. Here comes Van Horn. Not really cleared away. Here's Rogers. This is the one they want with the ball. Cleared away nicely again by Phyllis Stanfield. Madison defenders have been spectacular tonight.
Sent in. Huff there. Big header. Granville, though, with possession. Still applying the heat. Van Horn, perhaps one last shot. But here comes Eckenweiler. She's going to put it out on play, Jesse, and I think that's going to do
3
it.
seconds, Brian. 2, 1, and that is it. The Lady Rams are the Division II state champions.
And you saw it free right here on the OH report. Look at the emotion, the love, the satisfaction. They have been grinding and working for this moment for 4 years, you could say, for these seniors, but really it's been a solid non-stop year that Madison's been dreaming about this. And I imagine that's got to be such an incredible sensation right now.
To be number 1 from the beginning of the season to the end of the season is an absolute remarkable feat. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Undefeated to take down number 2, who is also undefeated. And wow, what a great half by Paige Eldridge. Absolutely terrific. I mean, stepping in to play keeper for the team in this season. I mean, just this Lady Rams team has been such a fun team to watch. They play at such a high level, so many different ways to score, so many different ways they can beat you. And tonight they did it defensively. Just love to see the way they played tonight.
They got it done at all levels here in this game. Nevaeh Lewis, the 2 clutch goals, both of them were really, she was just in the right place, right time, and then you got to give so much credit, like you just did, to the back line of the Lady Rams, standing tall all night, and then Paige Eldridge in between the pipes, coming up with some clutch saves in the final minutes, and certainly that PK save will go down as, you know, one of the best that this team has had all season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just the way they just battled at the end. I mean, really, for the past 10 minutes, it's just been Granville attacking. They just defended so well, kept their positioning, kept their shape, kept, just the mentality of how to finish the game. What a great second half for Madison. I mean, just, we've always talked about Taylor Huff. We've talked about Nevaeh Lewis. We talked about their ability to score goals. But the second half, it was just a defensive effort led by the keeper, Paige Eldridge. Phyllis Stanfield coming up big. Trinity Tucker coming up big. Just a lot of big plays defensively. And now you get to reap the rewards of playing really good defense for that second half.
You just see all the hugs, the seniors all crowding in there. Awesome stuff, and just such a great group of kids. Jesse, I really, truly enjoy their company. They're all smart, intelligent young ladies, hard workers. And Zach Huff, the head coach, over in front of the Madison fans and getting a huge roar. And, he has done such a phenomenal job. Yeah, he's had the talent, but he pushes these kids to get to that next level, and that's what I've always appreciated. He's so hard on them. Nothing's ever good enough. He's one of those coaches that you can't be satisfied no matter how good it is, but I imagine right now This is about as good as it's going to get, right?
I think it's good enough tonight. I think you did what you needed to do. This is what you've been training for for some of these girls for years. This was the moment they've been waiting for. They've had such high talent in this program for a long time, and this is the pinnacle moment. This is why you play. This is why you train, and to be able to do this and to celebrate with your teammates and with your coach and your community, absolutely tremendous for the Madison Lady Rams.
And even though we are on tape delay, we still see you out there in the Facebook world. Throw up your comments. Get into the fan zone. Let us know how you are taking in this Lady Rams championship. What a sight it is. The first Richland County girls team to secure a state title in the sport of soccer. And it was probably the best team that we've had in the history of our county. Unbelievable stuff, unbelievable team, and they cap off the ultimate mission here at MAPRE Stadium. The Lady Rams, state champions for the first time.
Absolutely, and we talked about in the last game, sometimes the first time you're in the state champion, you're in this stadium, and very few have done what you've done, even to just make it here. I think the only other program in Richland County for the girls is Ontario, and certainly for the boys was Mansfield Christian. So a very limited group that you're in now, and then to get in the even more exclusive group of to be a state championship team in Richland County for soccer, just one of two schools, absolutely phenomenal for the Madison Lady Rams. And undefeated at that. What a great season. Get to watch the awards ceremony here. Certainly great game by Granville as well. I mean, they played really hard. They have a lot of solid players. We know they're young. Would not be surprised to see them competing at a high level again next year, but Madison was just too much to handle tonight. Nevaeh Lewis, a terrific 2-goal performance. I mean, just certainly the goals were coming from the right place at the right time. Her effort all over the field. I mean, in the final minutes of the game, and she's 80 yards away from her goal, just sprinting back to try and defend and create that chaos that she does so well. It just absolutely great stuff tonight for the Madison Lady Rams.
Number 30 is an absolute game changer, like you said. It's not necessarily so much what she does with the ball as much as the fact that she's always around it when it's down at the other end, constantly putting pressure on the defenders, so you can never take a casual touch because you know that there's going to be that buzzing bee who's going to be coming through trying to take it away and go in for another goal. So a lot of credit to the freshman stepping up, playing some huge minutes. Not sure that Nevaeh ever checked out, actually. I think she might have went the whole 80.
Yeah, I don't believe so, and which is really impressive. When you look at how she plays the game, there are certain players you kind of figure out how to rest your legs a little bit. If the ball's not near you or you're not part of the play, you can certainly kind of take that play off or relax. But Nevaeh Lewis doesn't play that way. It's 110 wherever she's at. If the ball is even remotely near her, she's going to sprint at you. And you're absolutely right. But once you, as a post, it's coming, and you've got to take kind of a hurried touch, and sometimes that just it messes with you mentally, where you feel you take that touch maybe too far out of bounds into her, and just creates turnovers just by just high pressure, high pace, and just does so much.
Excellent season by the Lady Aces, who are receiving their medals right now. Phenomenal team throughout the entire course of the year. This their first loss, of course.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to say. I mean, to play to this stage and be undefeated and have your first loss come in the state championship game is good and bad all at the same time, right? I mean, obviously, it's a tremendous season, but you want to go undefeated all the way, and you just so close, but not quite there to be undefeated the whole way.
So you certainly have to give a lot of props over to Granville for coming out here, competing hard, Jesse. They had a pretty good game plan in place, but it just seemed like once it didn't work that they weren't making corrections. They didn't try to deviate away from the game plan because they were getting it in great attacking spots, but it was that last pass that they really struggled getting it into a better opportunity, and it never worked out for them.
Yeah, and there's probably two sides. That one is maybe you trust your team to do what you've done all season long, and that's score goals. I mean, I'm assuming they've played the same way the entire season, in that same tactical build out there that they're doing, and so far every time it has proved to be successful for them. Now, state championship game, perhaps maybe you need to make some adjustments, but they chose to trust what they've been doing for so long and just couldn't get that second goal to tie things up at the end. Certainly had a couple key chances, though, in the final minutes of the game. You know, a huge PK save, you know, another free kick, you know, another ball that came in the box there. I mean, they had some chances, some momentum, just could not capitalize.
And certainly, I mean, you got to be impressed with the play of Ella Rogers today. Kara Van Horn didn't actually do too much, but Ella, boy, that senior, she put it all out here in her final contest as a prep athlete on the soccer field. Really impressed with her.
Absolutely, yeah, certainly a phenomenal player in her right. I mean, she knew how to move the ball. She was getting it, you know, in the midfield area and looking to go forward. Just could not connect with Van Horn that they have done all season long. You know, a lot of the coaches I was talking to beforehand would say that they were so efficient, so effective at that, but the Madison defense was just too much to handle tonight. So we are about to see the Madison Lady Rams receive their state championship trophy and medals. What a terrific feeling for the coaching staff, for the players, for the school, for the community. I mean, to do what's never been done before in girls soccer. Girls soccer is just an absolutely amazing feat. What a great group of girls to lead the way in that.
You're the perfect person to share your viewpoint of what it was like. I mean, you were in the exact same situation. Get to the championship game, get knocked off very next year, you get there, you finish it off. Jesse, what can you say about that experience for you and your Mansfield Christian team and just how satisfying, gratifying the whole situation was?
Well, absolutely. I think the first year there, you know, there had never been a boys team to even make it to the state championship in Richland County. And so for us, that had been our goal all season long, is we wanted to make it to Crew Stadium. That's what we said. And all of a sudden we realized, well, we made it to Crew Stadium, and now we've got a championship to win. And there was a little bit, I think, of that awe factor where, you know, you get here, and at the time, I think the executive director told us we had the biggest crowd. We were by far the smallest school, but had the biggest crowd in the weekend, and you know, the place was packed full of Mansfield Christian fans and Richland County fans who were there to cheer us on to see what was happening. And I think that first year there, we were just kind of caught up in the emotion, and we ran into what was the buzzsaw of Summit Country Day, who went on to win, I think, 2 or 3 more titles by 10 goals, I think. I mean, they just started rolling through teams in the next couple of years. But that following year, they were not in it. We played Grandview Heights, and I think it was more business. You know, we were there to win the championship. We certainly were excited to be there again, but it was business. You know, it was a little bit different game for us. We were up 3-0 in the first half, gave up 3 goals in the second half. And so ended up winning 4-3. I was reading through the record book here before the game started and saw that we're in there for a couple of records for most goals in a half and also most goals given up in a half. So pros and cons.
And I think that's probably, you know, exactly the way that this storybook has been written for Madison. They were pleased to get here last year. It was so cool for them to break through. They had got to the cusp a couple of years prior, got to the state semifinals, but had not yet played here at MAPRE Stadium. This year, it has been all business for the Lady Rams and certainly the senior class who have led the way. They've been so dominant since they've been in high school. I think they've only suffered 6 losses during 4 years, Jesse. They've been spectacular and just closing out an undefeated season here. It just seems like the icing on the cake that has been earned, it's been deserved, and they put all the pieces together with the freshman class to make it happen here. And Zach Huff, obviously, you see the smile on his face. He couldn't be happier, man. He had his team playing at the top of their season right at the right time.
Absolutely. You know, they had so many impressive statistics and accolades we celebrated all year and seasons long. You know, of all the wins they had, the records they broke, you know, all the things they were doing. And this was that one elusive kind of accolade they did not have to their name. So I think just caps off just a tremendous career for so many of these seniors out here who have worked so hard for this moment, for this goal for their team. And now they have this foundation, this experience to build upon for years to come. You know, for players like Nevaeh Lewis and Natalie Back and Kendall Kershaw, some of these freshmen that were along the way, man, they know what it takes to get here. They know what it takes to win at this level. They've experienced this. And so now your program is already better because of what the senior class has done. And just a tremendous, and there she is, Nevaeh Lewis receiving her award. Certainly probably the nod for player of the game from us. Absolutely phenomenal game. Just so much fun to watch. She's just a great player, great effort. When she's running at you, just a force to be reckoned with. Either if she's on defense or has the ball, just absolutely insane to watch. But these players have set the foundation, the expectation for what is to come for Madison soccer for the years.
And there's the coaching staff, too, that has been together during Zach Huff's time as the head coach of Madison. And there it is, the big trophy. Huff, Stanfield, and the rest of these seniors are about to hoist. But they want to do it in front of their fans, Jesse. What a scene here as Madison tells the OHSAA, no, you can come over in front of our fan base to deliver this thing. We've earned it.
Yeah, I like it. Play by your own rules. I like it. It's a tough scene for Granville to watch. Obviously, they're going to begin to make their way off the field. So they competed at a high level all season long, and it's tough to watch another team celebrate when you're so close there. But the Madison Lady Rams, there it is, the trophy hoist, the championship, all the years of training, practice, the extra cardio, all the stories we've heard about just trying to put in that extra effort in. Just absolute joy for Madison players and their community right now.
I can't imagine what the dance party's going to be like on the bus for Madison heading home. Chesney Davis said that she might be the best dancer on the team, but she's got some tough competition, and I bet they're going to be boogieing all night long as Madison caps off the perfect season. 2-1, they are the state champions of Division II. And you see our dancing Ram, he loves it too. We'll go ahead and take one more timeout. We'll be back with our Chicago Title Agency Player of the Match. Could be Nevaeh Lewis, could be a couple of players. We had some excellent defensive efforts here this afternoon. Certainly, I think Trinity Tucker, Phyllis Stanfield should be involved in the mix. And how about Paige Eldridge playing goalie? Heck, we might just interview everybody for the Lady Rams. You'll just have to stick around to find out. Our post-game coverage rolls along free here on the OH Report right after this.
This is Taylor Russell. I'm the left defender, and you're watching the Division II State Championship on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
James One Incorporated, providing innovative workshops and training for school districts throughout Ohio. We specialize in the areas of cultural awareness and sensitivity, reaching the unreachable student, dangers of teen substance abuse, and more. We offer relevant workshops for coaches and student athletes, and with virtual options available for all trainings, call today and schedule your first session. James One Incorporated, first in promoting excellence through quality professional development.
Who's got your case? Be smart. Get Reinhardt. If you get hurt, we get you back in the game. We deploy our investigators to preserve evidence. We have the courtroom experience to show the insurance companies that we mean business. We know that getting the job done is what matters. Be smart. Get Reinhardt. Contact us at besmartlegal.com.
Lady Rams, and you're watching the OH Report!
We are back here at MAPRE Stadium for post-match coverage, and we have got members of the undefeated Division II state champion Lady Rams joining us right now, including Carrie Eckenweiler, senior outside midfielder who's got the mic right now. And just describe kind of the emotion there at the end of the match, closing seconds when you knew that you had capped off the journey. Just what was that like, that experience for you?
It was surreal. I mean, it was unbelievable just to like look at everybody and we're just like, we just won the state championship. It was so many emotions. I can't even describe it right now. I'm so happy.
Defense obviously was huge for you guys. Trinity, you were big time. So were you, Phyllis. Tell me about kind of the strategy that you implemented tonight, and how did it pay off? Where you were playing back a little bit more than it seems like you normally do.
On the back line, we were just trying to clear the ball. We weren't trying to play with it. We weren't trying to mess around. We were just trying to clear the ball out of our defensive half as far as we could, and it worked. And we also stayed on our marks, and we didn't leave our girls. And I'm very, very proud of my outsides for doing what they needed to do.
Girls, show of hands, how many of you have played varsity all 4 years since a freshman? When you started your freshman career, did you think you'd be at this stage? You think you'd be at this moment? No? No?
We always wanted it, but we didn't
know
we'd really be here.
Absolutely.
It's like a dream. Yeah.
It's a dream.
We worked so hard.
Trinity, when the final whistle kind of went off at the end, what was your first thought?
Wait, what did you say?
When the final whistle was over, when that game was over, what were you thinking?
I fell to my knees. I started bawling. I was like, bro. And then they were like, Trent, get up, and start dragging me. I was like, we just won. Like, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, me and Chesney picks me up and Ches just picks me up and just starts screaming, and it's so unreal. Like, we've worked so hard, and I am so proud of my senior girls and the underclassmen for staying so positive through this whole thing. Like, it's amazing.
Absolutely, yeah. Taylor, for you, what was this moment like for you? Every time we talk this year, it's been about this moment, this game, and now here you are. It's kind of the pinnacle moment. What do you think?
I mean, it's just so incredible that all of our hard work is finally paying off, and just to see it come to pass. I mean, we started freshman year, and some of us before we played indoor at like 6th and 7th, 8th grade, we all played together. So, I mean, we've grown up together, and just to end up and go out 4 years, like this last 4 years, have just been overall amazing. And just to see it like go out with this, like, we'll never play a game again, but we finished strong and we finished as state champs. So, I mean, that was our goal, and I don't think of a better way to go out.
Yeah, absolutely. Undefeated state champs. Let's get the keeper in the mix here. Go, give her the mic. Let's go. Get on in here.
Big performance from Paige Eldridge here tonight. And actually, Paige, you are going to be our Chicago Title Agency Player of the Match for your performance. And you had a big-time save. You got to take us through how you guessed right there on that PK and to keep you guys in the lead.
All right, so basically I was obviously nervous when it happened. And I just remember during the regular season that they had a PK, and I remember them going right. So I was just thinking to myself, well, I need to go left because I think they're going to go that way again. So I went left, and it happened to be there. So
were you surprised when it hit your hands?
Yeah.
It was a great
She stops every single one of my PKs in practice, and I get mad.
Yeah, I get so mad at us. He goes, you know which way she's going, just get it.
I know.
I don't even know what to say.
No, I knew she was going to stop it because she stops every single one of mine.
I don't think any of us had a doubt. We did it. I was not even scared.
We get mad at practice when she stops ours.
Yeah.
I'm happy she stopped.
You can get mad at her in practice, but it pays off when it matters most. So that was big time.
He makes us take them until we make it.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of pressure on you guys at the end of the match too, where they were at least having the ball in the attacking third. What can you say about your defense implementing their strategy tonight and, really holding serve for the most part?
You? Go ahead.
We'll let you get in here in a second, Coach.
They all played great. Like, I'm so happy with my team. Like, they all played great, and they just, did great. What else to say? You guys played awesome.
Hey, Coach, talk to us a little bit about this senior group. You have obviously a very special. Talk to us about your senior group. You got a very special senior class here. What do you think of these girls?
What do I think? What
do you think of this senior class? This senior group of girls?
They're not replaceable. I mean, not all 10 of them together. I mean, we have girls that will fill in for them, but just the senior leadership they bring on and off the field, leave alone the soccer skills and soccer knowledge that they, have instilled with them, because when they were freshmen, we went to the state semifinals, and that was my other daughter Haley was on that team, and Tara, Ron, who helps me coach. They led them and gave them their knowledge, and these girls are leaving a legacy behind for them, and that those girls in 2017 started that they were a part of as freshmen.
For you last year, after this game was over last year, what was your thought about getting here this year?
If you would have told me we were getting back here and be undefeated, I wouldn't have took that bet. I mean, not that I didn't think that they could do it, but for a team to go and play the schedule that we play and go, what are we now, 21-0-3 and state champs? I mean, if you would have said that, and to be rated the #1 team in the state throughout the whole season with the big X on your back, and to play this team right here, the Braves, Olentangy, Division I state finals, we tied them. And we're up 2-0 with 10 minutes left. They're an outstanding team, and I just wish we could have played the other team over here, Strongsville, too, just because, we competed with them and we're up. So, this group of seniors is something else.
Yeah, Coach, I think you probably have the #1 team in the state regardless of division. I firmly believe that. Hey, can you pass that down to Ashley? I got a question for Ashley real quick. Listen, it's 2 minutes into the game. Did I see a bike attempt out of you 2 minutes in?
Yeah.
Dude, big stage, go for it. Tell me about that.
I don't know. I saw Taylor. She was going to go for it, and then I don't know. I just kicked it, and I was like, she might yell at me, but it's fine.
Well, we thought that maybe you saw Taylor get on the SportsCenter top 10 list at number 4. We're trying to outdo her. Did that have
I was
something
not
to do?
trying to outdo her, no.
All right, and then also, Chesney, when we were talking to you yesterday, I asked who was the best dancer on the team. You said it might be you, and I can tell that it's all bottled up. Can we get a quick dance party out of you guys? What does it look like on the bus tonight?
Okay, come on the bus.
Hey, you need to join us on the bus. You will see our.
We got to come on the bus?
Yes, our bus.
All right, well, we'll try to get that post-game coverage for you guys. Make sure that you bring it to you on the OH Report. All right, well, if anybody else got anything to say.
We're state champions!
Can I mic drop? Can I mic drop?
Thank you, guys. So, Ram Nation, the big trophy is coming home to your place as Madison caps off the undefeated state championship season. You see Zach Cuff there. He's got the big trophy, and just an incredible team, all great kids, so well-spoken, and just they're all fun-loving, Jesse. They've certainly earned it. They've got to this point because they work hard, but they're also just a great, tight-knit group of kids.
Absolutely. Well, certainly, if you can't have fun after you win a state championship, man, I don't know what to tell you.
You're missing out.
But this group, you're right, all season long, this has been the attitude, it's been the demeanor. Take care of business when it's time to take care of business, and then have fun after you took care of business. So just tremendous athletes, tremendous soccer players, kids. Just what a great group, what a deserving group of a state title.
Yeah, from top to bottom, it's an A1 program. Zach talks about it. They really got it started in 2017, and these girls, a lot of them have been playing since they were freshmen. They finally took the last step in rewriting the history books and making the last chapter one that will go down in history. So big congratulations to them. But it did feel, Jesse, like you were just saying, like this is probably the best team in the state regardless of division. So they had the talent. It was just a matter of applying it and making it happen, but they was able to do it.
Absolutely. And certainly with no disrespect to Olentangy and Strongsville, who's about to kick off here as well. Strongsville undefeated. They are a really good team. This Madison team is so dangerous and so versatile. That's why I think they're probably the real #1, just because they can score from so many different ways, so many different styles. And when you have the pressure of Nevaeh Lewis, the speed of Nevaeh Lewis and her finishing ability, when you have Taylor Huff and the senior class that just kept the ball out of the back of the net outside of one goal tonight. They defend well, they attack well, they're so dangerous all over the field. I just feel like this team is probably the best team. If I'm picking what team I want to play against, they are last on my list.
And I like how they implemented a little bit different defensive strategy than we've seen them do all season. So they played Granville earlier in the year. They must have saw something on tape, and it did. It worked out. The way that they laid back off of them allowed them to possess. They certainly won the time of possession to the Blue Aces. However, the Lady Rams, they had the right strategy, and they implemented it really well. And then with the goalkeeping that came behind that defensive line, it paid off.
Yeah, this was probably the best defensive performance I've seen out of Madison. Rocky River got 2 quick goals on Madison in the first half. Nearly had 4 goals in that first half. One missed wide. I think one the keeper made a good save on. And so it wasn't their best performance. And so I'm wondering, maybe Coach Huff challenged them a little bit to go, listen, you guys are talented. You're more talented at what you're playing. It's maybe time to rise the occasion. In the second half of that state semifinals, leading into the first half and second of tonight's match, it was a different team. I mean, they were just absolutely lights out. They played the ball right. They stepped in when they needed to step in. They sat back. They didn't give away breakaways. They didn't give the ball away. They just defended really well, which then allows you to go get in the attack. And we see that with Nevaeh Lewis. If you can defend really, really well and get the ball forward to Nevaeh Lewis, usually good things happen.
It paid off here tonight. She had both goals for Madison as they cap off the undefeated season. They are state champions, and it was a thrill to be here to watch and to bring you guys the broadcast. But that's going to do it for us, Jesse. I mean, man, it's been a heck of a season, been so much fun, certainly covering these Lady Rams. We had a lot of other great teams right in our little area, too, in Richland County and beyond. So, top memory, of course, I think is going to have to be here. But anything else you want to share before we jump off the airwaves?
Oh, man, that's a big question. We saw a lot of good teams. And we were close to having dual state championships. I think the Lexington boys team was a really good team. They just missed out on late PK and overtime, although they would go on up against that Howland team. That Howland team was legit. They're good. They'll be up tomorrow here at the Crew Stadium. I think as you look through the year, I think what's exciting is that next year there's still a lot of good soccer players left in the area. I look at Ontario; they've got a girls team and a boys team who are going to be really good next year. Madison played a lot of freshmen. We give a lot of credit to their senior class. They played a lot of freshmen tonight, so they're going to have some experience back with a freshman class who's just kind of waiting their turn to get in the mix too. So I think there's a lot of talent in the area still, and it could be this is just the beginning for girls soccer, the first state championship of maybe many, for our girls championships in our area.
Maybe a little foreshadowing here by Jesse Ryder, who did a phenomenal job all season long. So I definitely want to thank my partner in crime here for helping you guys take in the soccer action with a lot of knowledge. You always get brighter with my man Ryder. My name is Brian Skowronski. Always appreciate you guys tuning in. Got to thank our amazing crew too, our camera people tonight, Storm Blunchley, Garrett Parlett, and then Travis Barty, who was down on the field. He got the halftime interview with Zach Huff as well. Our incredible director who makes all of our cool graphics, including that dancing ram, Adam Thompson. Got to give a big shout out to him. And then Jory Hollenbeck back at the crib, always watching and making sure that we're on our P's and Q's. So just want to thank everyone that was on our staff to make this state championship game happen. And how about those Lady Rams people heading home right now? Dance party all the way up to Mansfield as they are state champions with a 2-1 win over the Lady Aces. That's going to do it here from MAPRE Stadium in Columbus. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on a live stream near you for basketball season real soon. So long, folks.